with new things, with the new ideas, new ideologies, new products, new kind of services. And with the help of such kind of innovative products, he need to bring the economic development with a new combination of factors of production, that is land, labor, capital, organization, and technology. So if you look at what are the characteristics of an entrepreneur in the entrepreneurial development, so the first of all, he need to have a motivation. See, the difference between an employee and entrepreneur is the employee is satisfied with 9 to 4 or 9 to 5 job. He's satisfied with what are the pay he gets. He is satisfied with being working under some other person. But an entrepreneur is a person who wants to leave the comfort zone and go to a different zone. So he is self-motivated individual. And at the same time, second required quality of an entrepreneur is passion. Passion towards achieving something. Passion towards starting a new business. Passion towards innovating new ideas. In the same way, he need to have the vision. So I am starting in my business today, how I want to develop my business in the future. For example, G. Pulla Reddy sir, everyone knows in Andhra Pradesh, he is basically from Karnool district. When he started Pulla Reddy Sweets, he used to sell the sweets in a small bicycle. Now you know the quality of the sweets, the brand image of the sweets, which has spread across various districts of Andhra Pradesh and also in Hyderabad. He at the type of starting his entrepreneurship, he never dreamt that he is going to end up with a sweet shop. Now he has built up the sweet shop. Beyond the sweet shop, he has run certain charitable institutions. He started some degree colleges, UG colleges, PG colleges, engineering colleges, and so on. So he is a great visionary. And the one more important characteristic that need to have in an entrepreneur is the confidence. Many people, when you take up the entrepreneurship journey, when I want to become a businessman, or when you say that the people that I want to start the business, there are many people who discourages you. They will say, why it is an unnecessary waste of funds. No one will buy the product. There is no demand for the product. You will not get profits. You are wasting your money. And I'm very sure when I spoke to certain startup people, they said, even though they got the startups, they might have completed their engineering from IITs and all. When they started the startups and they are successful as a startup persons from the 3 to 4 years also, they are not getting proper alliances for the marriage because no one has the confidence to give their daughter to a businessman. Everyone wants to give their daughter to a successful businessman, or they want a settled employee, but no one wants to give their daughter to the businessman. So first of all, when you take up an entrepreneurship as your career goal or your career option, one of the important hurdle that you are going to face is the pressure from the society. Your relatives, your friends are going to discourage you. So no matter what, you need to take that confidence. And one more important thing for an entrepreneur is the decision making. You need to be prudent, rational in decision making. By collecting all the ideas, all the information, gathering the information, you need to take a decision. So, and one more important characteristic of an entrepreneur is innovation. Whenever our students are presenting their ideas in various kind of startup contest or Smart India hackathons, when they present an idea as a judge or as a resource person, what is the first question do you ask them is, there are many fairness screens are available, there are many laptops are available, there are many apps are available. What is new in your app? That is called innovation. For example, if you take the OTT platforms, okay, Netflix is charging very, very high in the OTT platform, followed by Amazon. Then we have Sony and other kind of OTT platforms are there. AHA is being a hit in the industry because it is charging just 365 rupees by pinning in the mind of the people that we are charging only 1 rupee per day. You need to pay only 1 rupee per day for the entertainment purpose. It has catched the intention of the people. So what is innovation is you need to add value to your product or the service. In the same way, entrepreneur is a person who would like to take the risk or challenges in the life. He need to have the curiosity of what's going in the market, what is the changing lifestyles of the people, what are the changing mindsets of the people, what is happening with the competitors, what are the new innovations are happening, accordingly you need to change yourself. That curiosity you need to have. You need to have persistence. That means you need to have a strong will and that kind of confidence you need to have, and you need to have a leadership to lead the group of the people. If you have all these characteristics, you are a successful entrepreneur. So the characteristics of an entrepreneur is very, very important to become for the entrepreneurship development. So who is an entrepreneur? The person who spots the opportunities. He knows to understand what are the opportunities, recognize the opportunities which are available in the market. Okay, then create an innovative value product and create the customers through that innovative value product. So this is the cycle of an entrepreneur. Now, if you take the India, is it viable or is it convenient to have the entrepreneurship in our country? If you take what are the positive advantages of India as such, is 60% of world's cut and polished diamonds are from India. And I can say that 6% of world steel production is from India, 10% of cement production is from India, and 18% of world sugar production is in India, 20% of generic medicine supply is from India, and 60% of world's generic vaccine supply, especially if you take the COVID time, okay, the COVID shield and all the vaccines, we have supplied to other countries. So 60% of vaccines are being produced and supplied to exported from India. In the same way, 13% of world's jewelry export and 8% of world's aluminum export, 70% of world basmati rice production, 10% of world's pesticide exports, and 23% of world shrimps exports, and 15% of world's bovine meat exports. For example, if you take the country as such, it is the second largest or first largest populated country in the world, and which three sides are being covered with three different oceans: Bay of Bengal, Indian Ocean, and Arabic Ocean. Like that, we have our own advantages. So when you are starting the industry, let us take the advantages into consideration for starting our enterprise. So these are the various opportunities. In the same way, let us see the picture of the picture of India's largest trade gaps. If you see, so as far as China is concerned, we are importing for $24.3 billion worth of goods from China, but we are exporting only $4.7 worth of goods to China. In the same way, if you take Iraq, $11.8 we are importing, and 0.54 only we are exporting. Saudi Arabia, 11.8 and 2.5. In the same way, Russia, we are importing $9.3 billion worth of products from Russia, but we are able to export only $0.43 billion worth of goods to Russia. Like that, there is a largest trade gaps between import and exports with the various countries of the world. Now, what are the India's top 10 imports and who buys them? If you see, we are importing electronic goods, we are importing jewelry, we are importing heavy machinery, plastic, transport equipment, petrol and petroleum products, chemical fertilizers, edible oils, food grains, iron and steel. So when I say entrepreneur is the person who need to look at the opportunities. Yes, we don't have the engineers? Don't we have the population? Don't we have the learned professionals? Don't we have the human resources so that we can able to produce our own electronic goods, our own heavy machinery, our own transport equipment, our chemical fertilizers, food grains, edible oils, iron and steel? Yes, we can. So these are the various opportunities available for the future entrepreneurs if you want to explore their zone in the entrepreneurship. So what exactly the entrepreneurs do? Why there is a heavy demand or buzz about the word called entrepreneurs? So entrepreneurs is a person, on one side, they create the wealth, okay, by starting an enterprise. They provide they will produce various output in the form of goods and services, and the surplus output they are going to export to other countries. So by building an entrepreneurship, they create employment generation. They provide, one entrepreneur can provide jobs to minimum of 10 to thousands and lakhs of people by creating an enterprise. So by creating an employment and by creating an income generation, they alleviate the poverty. So the standards of the people, of the livings of the people can be raised. Through that, we can generate both direct taxes and indirect taxes. There is a heavy productivity and innovation is going to happen. So this is the role of entrepreneur. That's why people, the government, the institutions are giving much more importance for the word called entrepreneurship. So why do people choose entrepreneurs? Why the person want to become an entrepreneur? The first reason, if you ask them why you want to become an entrepreneur, is freedom. What do you mean by freedom? Generally, if I'm working in an organization, I need to log in at 9 o'clock, log out at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock in the evening. If I'm late for 1 minute also, my salary will be cut. But whereas the entrepreneur, it is his dream, it is his passion, it is his own enterprise. His ideas are his. For example, if I got an idea and I go and share with my boss, the boss may accept the idea or may reject the idea. But what happened in the entrepreneurship, it is the freedom. That is the first thing, that whatever you like, you can able to implement in your organization. That is one of the important boom for an entrepreneur. Second one is his resources are in his complete control. He can control many possibilities. He can able to diversify his organization. He can expand his organization. He can explore new ideas, new opportunities. And he can work anywhere where they want. They can start the organization in their own hometown, or he can expand his organization, and they can follow their passion. They can develop new skills by entrepreneurship. For example, in an organization, if I'm working, when a new skill is being developed, it has to be for the organizational success. Whereas what are the new skills which I have acquired? Again, I can be able to meet for my organization or my enterprise success. In the same way, an entrepreneur is a person who enjoys his lifelong success. You take any person in the world, whomever have started the entrepreneurs, even after they pass away, their legacy is being continued. If you take Ambani's or Tata's or Birla's or Godrej or Bajaj, okay, like that, even the person passes away, their legacy continues. That is one of the reasons why the people want to become entrepreneurs. And one more important thing is they make the difference in the world. For example, who invented bulb? Everyone will say Einstein, because that is the step or basic step for the revolution. They can make the difference in the world by bringing new things in the world, by bringing new products in the world. People will admire them. People will take them as an inspiration. In the same way, they enjoy the financial independence. That means what are the profits they get? They can able to they will bear all the losses, and at the same time, they will enjoy the complete profits, and they can able to save the money. In this way, these are the various factors why the people want to choose the entrepreneurship. If you see, there is a small difference between a self-employment and entrepreneurship. If you see, what do you mean by self-employment? The self-employed people, they are working for the people, and whereas entrepreneurship, the people will work with you. In the same way, if you take the self-employment, the income that you generate is in the form of revenue or the fees. Whereas in the case of entrepreneurship, the income that you get is a profit. So in the case of self-employment, you are the face of the business. And in the case of entrepreneurship, yes, you are the face of the business along with your partners and others also. In the case of self-employment, your legacy may stop. In the case of entrepreneurship, your legacy will not stop. So the growth reserved in thinking in the case of self-employment, and the entrepreneurship growth is the aim. In this case of self-employment, there is low risk or no risk, and the entrepreneurship accepts more risk. So there are minimal restrictions in the case of self-employment, and in the case of entrepreneurship, they need to follow certain legal requirements. So I'll give you an example. So anyone can able to say who is she from the participants? Can anyone say who is she? Thank you so much, sir. So she has become social media famous in the social media from the past 3 to 4 months. Actually, she hailed from Andhra Pradesh, that too from Vijayawada, I think, and she has come and settle her shop settled in Hyderabad, that too in Madhapur area, where high-tech city where more number of IT and software companies or software employees are working. So she started a small food selling business without any. There is no permanent room, there is no permanent gadgets, nothing. She is not highly qualified people. She never did any BBA or MBA or MS in any other business organization. So he knows the skill of cooking, and she started serving the cooked food. Especially, she spotted an opportunity in the area called Madhapur, where number of software professionals are available 24/7. They are working, they need some food, so she started a food selling point over there. Okay, so and later on she becomes successful. Her turnover is in lakhs per month. Okay, a woman who is not even educated, who doesn't have any secured any kind of food license or food business, she started a unit, and because of the heavy traffic or traffic jam, the GHMC authorities through 2 or 3 months back, they issued a notice to close her shop because it is creating creating disturbance with the people or to the people in the traffic jams and all. Then later on, our CM Revant Reddy said he issued a notice of allowing her to continue her business. So, and she is a celebrity now. She is invited to many other functions, film celebrities. She is into news channel everywhere. So this is called self-employment. That means she created an employment on her own. She started an entrepreneurship with the support of her relatives or husband and other people. She is creating employment opportunity for 3 to 4 people who are working in her shop, and she has become a successful businesswoman now. This is one of the case study of Kumari Aunty. In the same way, you can see self-employment individuals. Tailoring is a self-employment job. You need a sewing machine. That's it. And with your beautiful designs and other things, you can able to attract your customers. Beauty parlors are the self-employment options. You can see VLCC is there. Anus clinics are there. They are more reputed now. In the same way, lawyer profession, chartered accountants, doctors, kirana shops, agriculture is also a self-employed portion. Then tuition points, computer centers. These are all your employed jobs. What you need to do is you need to have a master in one particular skill. You need to have the knowledge. You can start a business without the support of anyone. You can run your successful organization. So here you can able to see a person is just selling chai and some sweets. But what he wore, okay, he's a tea vendor from Rajasthan. He thought, irrespective of what you do, you can make it interesting and worthwhile. If a person carries a tea in a small teapot and all, okay, just he is a casual person. But wearing such kind of attire and started selling the teas, definitely you are going to catch the attention of various kind of customers. So entrepreneurship is more of state of mind. How do you attract your customers? How do you add value to your product? And how do you innovate yourself? Is called entrepreneurship. Now, again, if you see what is the potential of the entrepreneurship, as far as the population of the countries as concerned, China and India are the two most thickly populated countries in the world, followed by some other countries. But India is the first now, has become the first most populated country in the world. Having such kind of potential, if you see, in the $80 trillion economy, if you take the world economy in a single chart, where does the India is there? If you take United States, the United States, some countries or states in the United States are having the population lesser than the population which is there in Andhra Pradesh or Telangana or in Tamil Nadu or any other country, other state in India. But United States are having $19.39 trillion economy with 24.4% of share in the world. But whereas India having such a thickly populated country, we are even having only $2.6 trillion economy, and our share in the world economy is just 3.27%. So if you take the correlation, the population is correlated with the share of the economy. Okay, our population is more, but our contribution to the world economy is very, very less. This is one of the important aspects where the people or the government are thinking about the word called entrepreneurship or giving importance for the entrepreneurship. If you just review in the year 2023, where the biggest funding routes are happening in India, the funding is more for PhonePe, Lenskart, Ola Electric, DMI Finance, Builder AI, Mintify, Jepto, Jetric, and Perforce and Insurance Deco. For these particular countries, the funding is more in the year 2023. These are some of the startups. So if you take the entrepreneurs, as I told you, entrepreneurs have a greater role in employment generation. If you look at the data, the manufacturing sector, they are providing 32% of the employment. In the trading sector, they are providing 35% of the employment. In other service industry, they are providing 33% employment opportunities. In the same way, the entrepreneurship is also providing 45% employment in the rural areas, and urban areas, 55% of the employment they are providing in the urban areas. So one of the important milestone or one of the important momentum has started about the entrepreneurship is with the Startup India initiative, which we are going to discuss later, and with the Make in India. Now we have so much of resources, human capital is available, many incentives are being provided by the government, but our share in the world economy is very, very less. So with this, the Modi government has come out with an initiative called Make in India. You can make certain components in India for which the government is ready to provide certain amount of capital, land, and other kind of resources. So what are the sectors which are under the Make India? These are the various kind of sectors which are under Make in India initiative. In the same way, the government is also supporting Made in India. So let us boycott. See, this boycott movement was there once upon during the British rule. When we had the Salt Satyagraha movement or boycott Videshi movement, Swadeshi movement, where the Khadi was given more importance, I think this is the time after 75 years of the independence also, we need to start promoting be vocal, support local. So this is with this momentum, the government has come out with an initiative, Made in India products. That means support the people or support the entrepreneurs, support the products which are made in India. If you take what are the various kind of brands, look at the brands. So 73% of the televisions are from the major foreign brands, or we are purchasing foreign brands. If you take LG, Sony, Samsung, anything we are purchasing, the Panasonic and all, most of 73% of the brands are from the foreign brands. Our Indian brands are very, very less in number. That is Videocon. Very less number of people purchases it. In the same way, if you take refrigerators, 63% of the refrigerators are foreign brands which are available in India. Whirlpool, LG, Samsung. Air conditioners, if you check your home, LG, Samsung, Hitachi, such kind of air conditioners, microwave ones. And if you see the cars also, we are mostly purchasing the foreign brands. 89% of the car market or automobile market is being occupied with the foreign brands. So as per the Made in India concept is concerned, we need to focus and we need to support our own Indian entrepreneurs by purchasing the products which are made in India. This is how we can able to develop our world economy. Not only the so-called electronics or fast moving consumer goods are also available. If you take the daily detergent soaps which you are using, like Dettol, Lux, Liril, Rexona, rather than these products, we can use our own Indian products like Medimix, Santur, then Mysore Sandal soap, Nima, like that. Such kind of soaps we can able to use, and we can when we are purchasing as a consumer, we need to avoid or boycott the foreign products and start utilizing the Indian products so that we can able to develop the world economy. So like that, we need to support our own products which are made in India. So this is all some history or information about entrepreneurs. Let us discuss something about the startups. What do you mean by a startup company? What is the basic difference between an entrepreneurship and a startup? Both are one and the same. Is every startup is an entrepreneur, or every entrepreneur is a startup? What can we say is, I can say that every startup is an entrepreneur. Every startup company is an entrepreneurship company. But every entrepreneur need not be a startup. Startup is mostly inclined towards technology. When you have more of technology and when you are based with the technology, you are called a startup. A startup is a temporary organization. It is never a permanent organization. It is basically at the initiation stage or at the funding stage, or it is a temporary organization which is designed to search for repeatable and scalable business model. They want to start with an innovative idea. They want to scale their organization step by step, slowly, in order to become a scalable business model. Let us discuss more about the startup. So if you see, there is disruptive innovations are happening. What are the disruptive innovations are happening? For example, previously when you go to tours or any other places, we used to carry a separate camera with us. Okay, and we never used to have mobiles, or even if you have mobiles, we used to have key mobiles. But now keypad mobiles. Now what is happening? The camera is being replaced with the mobile phone. When you are purchasing the mobile phone, one of the important option is what is the pixel of the cameras. That is what we are seeing now. In the same way, previously in our childhood, all the other members, they agree with me that we used to purchase some dictionaries in order to search a meaning for a word. Nowadays, we are not using the dictionary or Britannica encyclopedia. We are using the Wikipedia in order to get the information. The number of persons going to libraries have decreased, where people are depending on Google or Bingo, and we are searching for in the place of books. E-books have come, PDFs have come. In the same way, we used to go to in order to watch a movie, we used to go along with the family members. Now what happened? Every house has become a theater, and we are able to watch the movies from our televisions itself. So previously we used to book a taxi in order to drive from one place to another place. Now Uber and Ola services are available. So this is all because of the innovation, disruptive innovation. This is not a sustaining innovation, but the disruptive innovation which has replaced almost everything. For example, the dictionary has been replaced with a Wikipedia. Encyclopedia has been replaced with a Wikipedia. So what is a startup? Startup is something which searches for product market fit. That means whether my product is able to fit into the market or not. So in one of the seminar, one of the professor told me that in 1980s, one of the entrepreneur, he has presented an idea that he wants to sell the water bottles. So people in the seminar, they are laughed at him like anything. So are you selling the water bottles? Is it going to be a viable product? Okay, who will purchase water when the water is a free resources? It is available resources. Who will buy the water from you? So whatever the idea that has been rejected in 1980s, now it is a hit in the present generation. Now when we are going outside, we are in the railway stations, bus stands, airports, everywhere, we are buying the water bottles. Even if you see the marriage and other function halls when we are attending, we are hardly finding any water available, but in our place they are keeping a small 500 ml or some water bottles in our place. So we are carrying the water bottles, we are buying the water bottles, packets are available, water tins and containers, the people are ready to supply it to our home. Yes, water we are buying. So what is the startup idea is, the startup is a company who innovates the product and he sees that the product is fit into the market. In the same way, the startup organization, they will start with a small market test. That means they will take their locality and test whether this particular idea is going to fit or accepted by the people in that given locality or not. So they are very passionate about disruption. That means they are who will check my Wikipedia, people are interested or not, or the people are interested to watch the movies in OTT or not. If the people are having still a confusion, no one would have innovated anything. So they are very passionate at disruption. They are faster. They foster awesome company cultures. They take the feedback from the customers very seriously. If you take any app and you start giving the review in the app, immediately you get a reply from the app owner or the admin of the app that we are extremely sorry for the inconvenience. We'll get back to you. We'll rectify the complaint. Like that, they are going to take every feedback very seriously. They're highly focused and they build engaged communities. So there is a saying, it's not about the ideas, but it is about making ideas to happen. That is a stepping stone for the startups. Sorry. So as I told you, startup is something which is a committed organization. It is an organization registered in the same company. You need to have registered under Startup India Initiative, and you need to have a website. It should able to scale itself to a business unit, and it should be an innovative organization. That is a startup. So what are the important characteristics of a startup? It focuses on the growth. There is more than one person, not more than 500 employees. They work with majorly with technology and like apps. They are interested in creating the apps and app development, and they innovate. So if you take how exactly the financing is going to start with the startup, there is in the first initial years, that means in the seed capital and early stage. Okay, it is called the value of death, where they have only invested, they have not created any enough amount of revenue. And then from the first year to third year, it is called a growth stage or later growth stage. They started making some break-even point. Then after beyond third year, they started getting some more funds from the investment banks. In the first they are going to get the funds from the angel investors. Then they are going to get the funds from venture capitalists, and they are going to get the funds from investment banks and bankers. That is how the startups will have a financing life cycle. So there is one more important word called bootstrapping. What is meant by bootstrapping in the startup? It is a process of growing a company with very limited resources. That means in the case of bootstrapping, you rely more on your financial resources, personal financial resources, rather than resources from outsiders. So your bootstrapping may be some savings which you have saved, or savings from your family members, banks, and angel investors. In the same way, one more important financial option for the startups is venture capital. Venture means venture capitalists are the people, a set of people, mostly like NRIs or the people, industrialists and other people who have money and who are ready to invest in your startups. Okay, they basically invest the startups which have innovation and which is having a scalable and innovative business model. So if you take Oyo, $1,500 million were invested by the venture capitalists. In the same way, Paytm $1,000 million were invested. In the same way, Udan 585 millions, Delivery $413 million, and Lenskart $350 million were invested by venture capitalists. In the same way, third important financing option for the startup is angel investors. Who are angel investors? The angel investors are not only going to support you by providing certain funds for the startup in the initial stages of your startup, but also they provide you a mentor and advisory services. They provide you networking. That means how can you able to connect with the other industrialists or other institutions, other organizations or industry associations. They'll help you to recruit good personnel. They help you in marketing your products. They provide you technical expertise, and they can act as a board member for your organization. So these are the three important guys. One is for getting the funds. One is bootstrapping. Second one is venture capital. And third one is angel investors. So if you take what are the famous startups in India which have become unicorn. What do you mean by unicorn? Any company with more than $1 billion, which could be able to get a valuation of more than $1 billion, is called a unicorn company. Such kind of unicorn companies are more in our India. In 2022, if you take Byju's is one, then Swiggy, Oyo, Dream Level, Razorpay, then Ola Cabs, NSC, these have become the unicorn companies. And along with them, Games 24/7, Elastic Run, Cred Avenue, LiveSpace, ExpressBees, Hazura, and Amagi, such kind of software companies also have become unicorn companies. They started as startups, but they have joined $1 billion club and become the Indians' famous unicorn companies in the world. So, how do you start a startup? If you want to start up a startup, how do you start? Or the startup entrepreneurs, one of the important things, like entrepreneurs, what I said is you need to have a vision. You need to live in the future that is ahead of the time. So the product may be fit into your market today. The people may accept you in 2024 or 2025. In 2026, the product will become outdated. You need to upgrade yourself. So you need to live in the future. The technology is not for the present generation. The technology should be useful for the future generations also. And you need to find out what is missing in the world. Opportunity is something which is not available, but we need to create it. So what is missing in the world, you need to write out, and you need to jot down all your ideas and bounce the ideas around. Make a prototype. So what are the products that you have innovated? For example, what are the science exhibitions the schools or the colleges are organizing? That is an important innovative system for encouraging the students to have ideas to become, and that encourages students to become entrepreneurs. So for example, students will bring the models of satellites, they create the models of banks or some other things. So you need to make a prototype of your product in order to exhibit or in order to display it to your customers. For example, if you want to create a car which runs only with water, no need for petrol, yes, you need to create a prototype, show it to various kind of people, show it to your scientists, show it to your academicians, show it to industrialists. Then if after successful, so what I say is the visualization impacts more than your words. So if you show a prototype, people are ready to invest, people are ready to purchase your product. In the same way, show the prototype to hundreds of people so that they can able to grasp your product. They will give you ideas, they will admire you, they will appreciate you, they will give you some feedback, or they criticize you. Show the prototype. Then iterate on the prototype until it makes sense. So for example, in the various kind of contests like Smart India Hackathon or anything, when you are exhibiting your product, the people will ask you various kind of questions. So don't take the questions as your criticism. Okay, jot down those questions and re-innovate and rework on that particular product, and find a co-founder. Co-founder is a person who can able to work with you, who have the same kind of passion like you. So like a co-partner. Then register your company under Smart India initiative, then start looking for the company. So for a startup entrepreneur, what is more important is the idea or the innovation or product is more important rather than the funding. If the product is being accepted by the people, then you start looking for the funding, then launch a product and start growing the product. So this is how you can able to start your entrepreneurship journey. So for creating an entrepreneurship culture, what are the more important things that you need is, first one is encouragement. Let us take a oath that let us not discourage any kind of entrepreneurs or the people who want to start their startup journey. Okay, let them fail. Okay, let them again regain. Okay, especially the youngsters who are in the age of 20 to 25, 25 to 30, they have more creative and innovative ideas. They will accept the risk. They will take up the new challenges. Let us encouragement. That is the first most important thing that the educational institutions or the academicians or the general public or the relatives, whomever are there, encouragement, support them. Okay, no matter, even if, for example, if your parents are available in this webinar, if your son or daughter has an innovative idea and they want to start a startup, let us encourage them. Okay, beta, go ahead. For 1 or 2 years, that's what, even if I see the interviews of various sports personalities, recently I happened to listen to an interview of Pullala Gopichan. He also told that I was being discouraged by many of your relatives. There are 1 crores of people in which only one Pullala Gopichan is there. The success percentage is very, very less. The possibility of success is very, very less. Even then, he was not discouraged. His parents encouraged him and he has become the world #1 badminton player. In the same way, there are many employees throughout the world. In our India, there are many employees out there, but very few entrepreneurs are there. Please encourage them. Second one, registration. Very, very important part of your entrepreneurship is go and register your company as a micro organization or a medium scale organization or a small scale organization or whatever it is, especially under Startup India initiative. There are many advantages which I am going to share with you. Then you need to draft a business plan or a business model, which I'm going to share with you in few minutes. Then protect your idea with intellectual property right. That means if you see that your product or idea should not be copied by any other person in this world. get patented, get your idea patented, so that your idea will not be copied by any other person. Then go for funding, go for your HR and team, human resources and team, who are the people, like-minded people going to work with you. You always focus on digital marketing, go for the market research, and go for the scaling of your organization. In detail, all these things will be discussed. So what do you mean by business plan? So whenever your students are approaching you, ma'am, I have an idea, I want to start an entrepreneurship journey, ask them to prepare a proper draft of the business plan. What are the things in the business plan? First page is executive summary, where they need to explain their vision, mission, and their purpose of starting an organization. Then who are their target markets? That means who are the people they are targeting? Either their target markets are children. For example, if you take Byju's app, they are targeting on the school going kids, especially during the COVID pandemic. Okay, so Byju's app was a super hit success. Then after COVID, what happened? The Byju's have become a loss-making organization. So who are their target markets? Okay, whether they are going to focus on the school-going children or college children or the women or women employees or homemakers or senior citizens, who are their target market. And also let them define who are their competitors, who are exactly their competitors, what are their strengths and weaknesses, and what is your competitive advantage. That means how far your product is better than your competitor's product. Let them put it in on writing. Then fourth important thing is who are your human resources. That means who can able to represent your company, who is going to run your business, who is going to take up the responsibility of the various operations of your business, who are your vendors or suppliers, and then let them have a marketing plan. What is your product, price, place, promotion, how exactly they want to promote their product, how did they operate the business, in which areas, in which states, in which country, and what are their financial projections. That means how they would like to project their organization for the next 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, and so on. Let them have a proper business plan. It's not that your idea is enough. If you want to fund this, if someone wants to fund your idea, a proper drafted business plan is very, very important for an entrepreneur. In the same way, for in almost all the competitions, business model canvas is very, very important. That means who are your key partners? Are you the only person operating the business? Who are the other partners of your business? What are the key activities that you are going to do? What are the key resources that you have? What is the value proposition? What do you mean by value proposition? Thinking about your product. What exactly the idea that is there in the mind of the customer? How do you build up the customer relationships? Who are the customer segments? Like segmentation on the basis of age, segmentation on the basis of gender, segmentation on the basis of geographical location. Like that you need to do. What are the channels of the distribution? What is your cost structure? What are your fixed costs and what are your variable cost, and what are the streams of the revenue for your business? You need to design this business model canvas if they want to present their ideas before anyone. Then let us see a video about the top 5 Indian successful startup stories. Hope this video is visible to everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you,
Yes,
thank
ma'am.
you, thank you. So as I told you that today we saw the video about 5 Indian startup successful stories. One is Flipkart, everyone knows it is the delivery partner. Then Ola, then Paytm, which where now people are not going to market with the cash in their wallets or their purses. Then what they are carrying, simple mobile phone where they can able to transact every place with a simple ATM. Zomato, when you are feeling hungry, you need not go to restaurant. Okay, there you can able to get the food by an online order, and quicker where it is a platform for used goods. If you want a second hand gadgets, or if you want to sell or buy, quicker is a platform. So these are the various kind of disruptive innovations which are there. These have become a successful startups in India. So if you see, one of the important element for an entrepreneur is there are many rejectors are there. The people, rather than people appreciate you, there are many rejectors are there. But you should never get disheartened. If you see Miss J.K. Rowling, her publication Harry Potter series were rejected by 12 publishers. Then she didn't give up. Then afterwards she approached another publisher. 450 million copies were sold in the worldwide. Now with a net worth, now she is having a net worth of $650 million, and it has become the most successful only person to become a billionaire by writing the book, says J.K. Rowling. So never give up aptitude is one of the important attitude a startup entrepreneur need to have. So let us see certain innovations. So she is Kalyani. She's 16 years old. She has created a Desi AC machine for 1850. If you take any ACs, it is costing up to from ranging from 30,000 to 50,000, which is available in the market. But she has just created an air conditioned machine with 1850 rupees. And her technology she has shared with the government of Japan. She is being highly appreciated. No doubt, India is having the well talented intellectual pool of the people. In the same way, he's Dr. Vishal Rao. He started giving voice to voiceless through his device, which costs just 50 rupees. So this is one of the cost-saving innovation the people are interested in. In the same way, he's Professor Satish Kumar. He's a Hyderabad-based mechanical engineer. He started making petrol from plastic, and he's selling at 40 rupees per liter. Nowadays, petrol is being sold more than 100 rupees. But he from the what are the petrol he made from the plastic? It is being sold at 40 rupees only for a liter. In the same way, you can able to see certain scientists and IIT Delhi, they have discovered the technology to separate hydrogen fuel from water at a very low cost, and you can able to run your vehicle with water, not with petrol and diesel. So this is kind of innovation. So what are the innovations that you need to have? You need to have a problem solving innovation. Your innovation should be innovative, and your product need to have low cost innovation. Then people are going to accept you. In the same way, he is Mr. Patel. He is a 24 years old Indian engineering student. He invented a machine that can turn the air into a drinkable water. So it is called Dewdrop. So what can I say is there is no age gap. If you see, if I want to shoot something from the above, previously people used to have an aircrafter, then you need to have a pilot, then one more cameraman and a camera. All these four have been innovated, replaced with only one gadget by name drone. Nowadays, the drone are being used not only by the government organization or by the industries, even in the small marriage occasions also you can see the drone capturing the photographs and videos of the people. So what happened in just 10 years, the cameraman, the pilot, both of them lost their jobs. Rather than taking a heavy helicopter, you just need to have a drone device. So upgrade yourself and don't blame any kind of government. It is only the upgradation which need possible. In the same way, he is Mr. Mallesam. He is an entrepreneur. He is not even 10th class passed, but he invented a Lakshmi Asu machine, okay, for the handlooms, waving the handlooms where her mother was feeling pain. So in order to eradicate that pain, he invented a machine, and he got patented for the machine, and he got Padma Shri award also from the government. Okay, and the same time, he is Mr. Srikanth Bolla. He is a visually handicapped person, but he started Bollant Industries, and he has become a successful entrepreneur. Now, what we have seen is, the girls, women, irrespective of gender, irrespective of age, irrespective of educational qualifications, irrespective of your physical, handicappedness or whatever it is, you can become or still become an entrepreneur. So never ever compete on prices. Instead, compete on services and innovation. As per Jack Ma, don't compete on prices. So in my buy one get one free, 50% discount, 25% people are not interested in your prices. People are interested on how better you are providing the services and what is your quality of your innovation. So that is how the people are interested. If you see Google in 1988, it was started in a small room. Now here, Google has become such a big organization. Even Apple was also started by two people in 1976. Apple has become one of the important, famous, worth, outstanding brand in India, in the country. In the same way, Amazon was started in 1994 in a small room. Now Amazon has become one of the important brand. So everyone starts with a zero, and if you have a vision, you can able to grow up to scale up to a great $1 billion company. If you take the Tata Group is the world's one of the largest enterprises, from Asia's first cancer hospital to Asia's first Indian Airlines. Everything was started with Tata. They started selling tea, salt, watch industry to 5-star hotels. Everything they are there, from automobile industry to steel industry, whatnot. Everywhere Tata enterprises are there. Tata is running all this business except alcohol and cigarettes. That is called the ethical business, which is there by the Tatas. Respect to this old man who dreams and works for a better India. So Ratan Tata ji. So it is not only that you start a business is not important. What is the value addition that you did for your business, and what is the ethical business? They started selling everything, but they are not selling their alcohol and cigarettes. That is the ethics they have in their business. That's why everyone admires Tata Group of Enterprises. So let us take a small break and take one more video about tea time. Hope everyone knows the tea time. It has become a famous one, and it was started by an entrepreneur who is from Okay, this guy tea time person he's from basically from Rajahmundry, but he started a franchising business. Now the people have become he has become more successful. Everywhere the people are taking his franchises and become the more successful entrepreneurs. Yeah. One more important quality which need to have for a businessman is accepting the failures. So if you say Albert Einstein, everyone says that he failed many times and finally he succeeded. In the same way, Michael Jordan, he was being cut from his high school basketball team. He went home, locked himself in a room, and he cried. Okay, in the same way, Walt Disney, he was fired from a newspaper for lacking imagination and having no original ideas, but not Walt Disney is a famous entrepreneur. In the same way, Steve Jobs, at 30 years of his old, he left his devastated and depressed after being uncriminally removed from the company. Now he started his own organization. Like that, many failure stories are there. If you take Elon Musk, okay, he's the founder of, at the age of 17 in the 1987, he was severely bullied throughout his childhood and was hospitalized after a group of boys threw him from the downstage. Then he started his own business. At the age of 49, in the year 2020, he got an enterprise with $41.1 billion. He is a founder of PayPal, SpaceX, Tesla, SolarCity, Hyperloop, the Boring Company. So these are the things that we need to know about the courage and how do you accepting the failures and succeeding. So for starting the business, you need not be a 20 years old person or 21 years old person or 25 years old person. If you know John Combe, he started his WhatsApp at the age of 35. Asa Candler, he started Coca-Cola company at the age of 41. And Jordan, he started Starbucks at the age of 51. Sam Walton, he started Walmart Enterprises at the age of 44. Then Colonel, he started KFC at the age of 62. So it is never too late to start your business. You can start business at any point of time, provided you have an innovative idea. So if you take how the internet has changed the world or changed the life, Amazon, it doesn't have any stores, but it is only an affiliate marketing company. But Amazon is successful. Uber and Ola doesn't own their own cars. So the cab drivers will have their own cars and they are going to link up with Amazon, Uber and Ola, and still Uber is running the business successfully. Facebook, it won't create the content. It is the users of the paid Facebook. We create the content. We upload the videos. We upload the images. But it has become a successful social media platforming company. In the same way, Alibaba doesn't have his own inventory. Airbnb doesn't have, no real estate is there. Netflix is not a TV channel, but the film producer, distributors, they upload their movies in the Netflix. Tinder requires no marriage. Fiat currencies are not backed up by any gold. Bitcoin has no physical coins. But these are the successful business models. So if you take the global industry distribution of the startups are concerned, where exactly the startups are mostly focusing, 7.1% of the startups are in fintech industries. 6.8 startups are in life sciences and healthcare sectors. 5% of the startups are mostly in artificial intelligence, which is playing a crucial role in the world now. Artificial intelligence, Internet of Things are playing an important role in today and in the future also. So gaming companies, 4.7 startups are there. AdTech 3.3, EdTech 2.8, and 2.1% of the startups are from clean tech. 1.5% of the startups from blockchain technologies, robotics, cybersecurity, and AgTech. So like that, these are the various areas where the startups are being distributed. So if you take the top 10 countries by the number of startups which they have, USA is having more number of startups. That is 65,703 startups are there in USA alone. Then followed by India having the second rank in the startups. But our number of startups is only just 8,301 approximately. Then UK is having 5,000 plus startups. Canada, Indonesia, Germany, followed by with 2,000 plus startups. Australia, France, Spain, and Brazil as having 1,000 plus startups. As far as the today's data is concerned, India is leading in the startup in the second position, but there is much way to go. Then if you take the geographical distribution of unicorn company, as I told you, more than $1 billion valuation, India is having 3 companies which are having unicorn companies. China is having 4 unicorn companies. But whereas USA, if you take 35 companies are there, unicorn companies in USA. Like that, unicorn companies are there. If you take the highest value private startups globally, ByteDance having $75 billion, then followed by Didi Chuing, then Stripe, SpaceX, Airbnb, Paytm is having $16 billion. Grab is having $14.3 billion. So if you take why the startups are failing in India, so no, we'll see it later. Then what are the greatest challenges that are being faced by the startups is the competition is one thing, the lack of cash flows, they have to pay heavy taxes, the economy is not cooperating with them, growth is one of the important challenges that they are facing, another other kind of challenges. So what kind of funding most of the startups are dependent on? If you see, 52% of the startups are depending on venture capital is the major source of finance, followed by angel investors, then private equity, corporate investor, and organic growth. Only 6% of the funding they are expecting from the organic growth. If you take the what are the long-term goals of the startups, one of the long-term goals of the startup is being acquisition, that means being acquired by a company, then followed by IPOs. 80% of the startups want to go for initial public offering. They want to start, they convert their organization into limited liability company or to a public sector, public limited company. Then they 17% of the startups they want to stay private, and 15% they doesn't know how they want, what are their long-term goals. In the same way, what is the fastest growing startup industries by the volume of investment is the people are investing more on healthcare. 41% of $41.2 billion are being invested in healthcare startups, then followed by transportation industry, financial services, artificial intelligence, and e-commerce. These are the most fastest growing startup industries by their volume of the investment. So if you take India, where exactly the startups are coming, Bengaluru is one of the important hub for the startup. We can say Bengaluru is most important hub for the startup. Startup culture has been created or being endorsed, then followed by Delhi, 25%, Mumbai 16%, followed by Hyderabad, Pune, Chennai, Kolkata, Ahmedabad, Jaipur, Indore, Chandigarh, and Kochi. These are the top 10 cities in India as far as the startups are concerned. Then, what are the government initiatives for the startups? As I told you, Made in India, Make in India scheme. Yes, we are expecting our population, our people to start the startups, and definitely government is giving various kind of supports. What type of supports the government is providing? Government is providing hand-holding support. Government is providing funding or incentive support. Government is providing incubation support. What is meant by hand-holding support? They are providing legal support. What do you mean by legal support? Yes, if I want to do a business, do I need to take permission? Do I need to take license? What type of registrations are there? What type of fee I have to pay? You need to have some consultation. For that, government is providing you a legal support. Please contact MSME for this. Then government is providing IPR support, that is intellectual property rights. So 80% of the rebate is there for the startup under the startup initiative. If you file your patents under the IPR, even if you want to exit the business, as far as insolvency and bankruptcy bill, startup with simple debt structures may be wound up within a period of 90 days. So this is kind of hand-holding support the government is providing you. In the same way, they are providing you the funding support and incentives. Under Fund of Funds scheme, SIDB is providing, it is set up by the government with initial corpus of 2,500 crores and total corpus of 10,000 crores over a period of 4 years. A fund is available. In the same way, under credit guarantee mechanism through National Credit Guarantee Trust, the SIDB is envisaged with a budgetary corpus of 500 crores per year for the next 4 years. In the same way, those who are starting their enterprises under Startup India initiative, they will get complete income tax exemption for the first 3 years and capital gain tax exemption to the people investing in such gains in government recognized funds of funds, and the tax exemption of investments above fair market value. So these kind of initiatives are being provided by the government. Government is also providing incubation centers. What do you mean by incubation center? An incubation, we are going to discuss it later on in my slide presentation. Presently, we have 31 innovation centers, 13 startup centers, 18 technology business incubators, 7 research parks, 500 Atal tinkering labs, 35 new incubators in the existing institutions, and so on. And the government is also organizing various kind of competitions and grants under this scheme, Uchar Avishkar Yojana, and annual incubator grant challenge scheme. And they are also organizing various kind of fests, events, exhibitions, talk shows, conferences, and seminars in order to encourage the startups. So these are the various. So what are the Startup India and Stand Up India is an initiative by our Prime Minister Modi ji, which was started in the year 2016. They have given certain initiatives for the startups. It is self-certification regime. That means you can able to start up, fill the startup application from by sitting at your home and near your laptop or your mobile phone. Hassle-free registration through the mobile phone. You can able to download the Startup India app and you can register your organization. There are no labor inspections for the initial 3 years. You need not worry that these authorities will come, those authorities will come. We have to give them some bribes and all. No inspections are there for the first 3 years of your Startup India initiative. You will get funding support worth 10,000 crores through Fund of Funds. Trade Guarantee Fund for the startups are there. 80% rebate on patent applications are available. Those who are working under Startup India scheme. And you will get income tax relief for the first 3 years, exemption from the capital gain tax, easy exit, incubation support, center support, and relaxed norms for the public procurement of the startups. So these are the kind of initiatives. So how do you have this startup, entrepreneurial journey? What are the process that we need to have is, first one is the discovery. What do you mean by discovery? You need to recognize your potential. What kind of ideas you are generating, what type of opportunities you are recognizing, how you are studying the market, how you are studying the changes happens in the market. So this is called discovery. You need to discover yourself, you need to discover your ideas, you need to discover about your products, and you need to discover the opportunities which are available in the market. That is one of the important stage called discovery stage, followed by conceptual development stage. What do you mean by conceptual development stage? At this particular stage, you need to prepare a business plan. In the previous slides, I explained you what exactly the business plan is. You need to write about the business summary, who are your competitors, what is your cost structure and all. And you need to choose a location for your business, where you want to start your business. And you need to decide whether your idea need a patent or trademark or not. Now, after the discovery stage and conceptual development stage, it is the third stage is resourcing stage. That means you are going to find out who are going to help you financially. Where are your financial resources? What is the amount that you are getting from bootstrapping? Who are your potential investors? Who are your venture capitalists? Who are your angel investors? So how can you apply loans and grants and financial assistance from the banks and financial institutions? That is called resourcing stage. Then it is the actualization stage. What do you mean by actualization stage? Yes, you need to start your business, open the business and start your operations, start your day-to-day operations. Then next one is the harvesting stage. What do you mean by harvesting stage? It is the stage where the fruits of your business are there. That means you are getting some profits or you are getting some revenue out of your business, and you have very certain other future plans, whether you can able to expand, you can able to expand your business, add some more additional locations. You can able to change the structure of your company. That is called harvesting stage. So these are the various stages of starting on the entrepreneurship development. And how you start your business? Start with a business plan. Then I told you what are the key elements of your business plan. Then you need to understand your legal environment. That means what type of permissions you need to get, what type of certifications you need, what type of licenses that you need. You need to have the contracts with various kind of organizations, MOUs, undertakings. You need to understand about tax laws of your business, that legal environment you need to have. You need to protect your business with trademarks, patents, copyrights, and so on. Like that, you need to start your business. So, when I told you the startups, for example, Byju's app, it was a successful product. Then later on, it has become a failed product. Netflix also is running in losses. Why it is happening? When I say what are the top 10 startup mistakes that are being done by the people is, number one is building something nobody wants. Yes, Byju's is being wanted by the people when there was a pandemic. When the pandemic gone, so people have experience. You ask your students and any person in the world whether they like classroom education or online education. Everyone prefers classroom education. Online education is not that worthy. So you are building something nobody wants. Maybe it is the people like you when no other choice is available. So you need to create a scalable and sustaining product. That is one of the reason. Second important reason is hiring poorly. So when you have a startup, you need to create your team in such a way that the team works with you. So very few number of people works for you. Every student wants to, every graduate wants to work in a highly branded organizations. That is one of the reason. Lack of focus on your business and fail to execute your business, or your sales and marketing, poor sales and marketing strategy is one of the reason for the failure of the startups. These are the things which I can able to say. Now let us have a video on Zepto story of the startups.
दोस्तों, आज से 5 साल पहले किसी ने सपने में भी नहीं सोचा होगा कि ग्रोसरी जैसी चीज 10 मिनट में भी डिलीवर की जा सकती है, लेकिन इसे पॉसिबल कर दिखाया ज़ेप्टो नाम की एक कंपनी ने, जिसकी वैल्यूएशन इस समय 6,895 करोड़ रुपए से भी ज्यादा है। जी हाँ, आपने बिल्कुल सही सुना। असल में इस कंपनी की शुरुआत अप्रैल 2021 में दो दोस्त कैवल्या बोहरा और आदित्य पलीचा ने मिलकर किया था, जो आज सिर्फ 2 सालों में ही यूनिकॉर्न बनने के बेहद करीब पहुंच गई है। साथ ही ये दोनों करोड़ इंडिया फ्यूचर यूनिकॉर्न इंडेक्स 2022 के अकॉर्डिंग 1000 करोड़ क्लब में एंटर करने वाले यंगेस्ट इंडियन एंटरप्रेन्योर्स भी बन गए हैं। लेकिन क्या आपको पता है कि इन्हें ज़ेप्टो शुरू करने का आइडिया कहां से आया, इनका बिजनेस मॉडल क्या है और कैसे इन्होंने 10 मिनट में ग्रोसरी डिलीवर को पॉसिबल करके दिखाया? तो हमेशा की तरह स्टार्टअप एनर्जी पर आपका स्वागत है, जहां हम बिजनेस, स्टार्टअप्स और एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप से जुड़े वीडियोस बनाते हैं। और आज हम जानेंगे ज़ेप्टो की उस सक्सेस जर्नी के बारे में जिसने सबको हैरान कर दिया। तो चलिए वीडियो स्टार्ट करते हैं। दोस्तों, अगर हम इंडियन ई कॉमर्स की बात करें तो यहाँ सबसे पहले फ्लिपकार्ट आया, जिसने डोर स्टेप डिलीवरी को इंडिया में फेमस कर दिया। इसके बाद बिग बास्केट ने और भी रेवोल्यूशनरी बदलाव किया और एक स्पेसिफिक डे के अंडर ग्रोसरी डिलीवर करना शुरू किया। लेकिन ज़ेप्टो ने 10 मिनट का डिलीवरी टाइम बनाकर इन सबको मात दे दी और इसने प्रोडक्ट डिलीवरी की पूरी परिभाषा को ही बदल कर रख दिया। तो आइए जानते हैं इस रेवोल्यूशनरी कंपनी ज़ेप्टो को शुरू करने का आइडिया आखिरकार आया कहां से। असल में ज़ेप्टो के को-फाउंडर्स कैवल्या बोहरा और आदित्य पलीचा दोनों ही बचपन के दोस्त हैं। वैसे तो ये मुंबई से बिलोंग करते हैं, लेकिन इनका ज्यादातर बचपन दुबई में गुजरा। अभी इत्तेफाक की बात थी कि कैवल्या बोहरा और आदित्य पलीचा दोनों मुंबई के मूल निवासी थे, लेकिन दुबई में रहते थे। दोनों दुबई के सेम स्कूल में पढ़े और इतना ही नहीं, इन दोनों के ही फादर इंजीनियर थे। इसी तरह की सिमिलैरिटीज ने इनके बीच बहुत ही गहरी दोस्ती डेवलप करने में मदद की। ज़ेप्टो के दोनों को-फाउंडर्स टेक्नोलॉजी को लेकर बहुत ही ज्यादा एंथुसियास्टिक रहते थे। इन्हें छोटे प्रोजेक्ट में भी बहुत ही ज्यादा एक्सपेरिमेंट करना पसंद था। साथ ही क्रोम एक्सटेंशन, मोबाइल एप्लीकेशन या वेबसाइट जैसी चीजों में बहुत दिलचस्पी लेते थे। इसी वजह से कैवल्या और आदित्य ने कंप्यूटर साइंस से पढ़ाई करने के लिए स्टैनफोर्ड यूनिवर्सिटी में एडमिशन लेने की सोची और लकली इसके लिए वो दोनों ही सेलेक्ट भी हो गए। थोड़े टाइम तक स्टडी करने के बाद कोरोना ने धावा बोल दिया और ये दोनों मुंबई आकर रहने लगे। पैंडेमिक के दौरान ये फैमिली से दूर अकेले वक्त बिता रहे थे और उस समय, जैसा कि हम सब जानते हैं, पूरी की पूरी मार्केट ठप पड़ी हुई थी और कुछ जरूरी चीजों की शॉप्स अगर खुल भी गई थी तो लोग बाहर जाना ही नहीं चाहते थे। ऐसे में इन दोनों ने भी ग्रोसरी को ऑनलाइन ऑर्डर करना ज्यादा सुरक्षित समझा। लेकिन इसमें सबसे बड़ी दिक्कत ये थी कि ऑनलाइन ऑर्डर करने के बाद ग्रोसरी की डिलीवरी में कभी-कभी 6 से 7 दिन का टाइम लग जाता था, जिससे लोगों को बहुत ही ज्यादा परेशानियों का सामना करना पड़ता था, काफी लंबा इंतजार करना पड़ता था। अब इस तरह की परेशानियां कैवल्या और आदित्य भी फेस कर रहे थे। साथ ही इन्होंने देखा कि इसी तरह की परेशानी से इनके पड़ोसी भी गुजर रहे हैं और ऑनलाइन ग्रोसरी डिलीवरी को लेकर बहुत ही ज्यादा डिसअपॉइंट है। इन्हीं सब चीजों को देखने के बाद इन्होंने इसका हल ढूंढने का सोचा और यहीं से उन्हें खुद ग्रोसरी डिलीवरी करने का आइडिया आया। अपने इस आइडिया पर काम करते हुए इन्होंने लोगों के डोर स्टेप पर सब्जियां और ग्रोसरी आइटम्स को डिलीवर करना शुरू कर दिया और यहीं से किराना कार्ट की शुरुआत हुई, जो लोकल स्टोर से जुड़कर काम करता था। इस कंपनी ने एक हफ्ते के डिलीवरी टाइम को कट करके सिर्फ 45 मिनट कर दिया, यानी कि जहां लोगों को उनके ग्रोसरी आइटम्स एक हफ्ते में मिलते थे, अब वो सिर्फ 45 मिनट में मिलने लगे, जो कि सच में एक बहुत ही अच्छी शुरुआत थी। किराना कार्ट के जरिए स्टार्टिंग में ये सिर्फ अपने आसपास के एरियाज में ही ग्रोसरी डिलीवर किया करते थे, लेकिन बढ़ती डिमांड की वजह से इन्होंने ज्यादा से ज्यादा लोगों तक ग्रोसरी पहुंचाने के लिए कई सारे डिलीवरी पार्टनर्स को भी हायर कर लिया। जब उन्होंने कस्टमर से बात करके किराना कार्ट से उनके एक्सपीरियंस को जानने की कोशिश की, तो उन्हें पता चला कि लोग इससे बहुत ज्यादा सेटिस्फाइड नहीं है, क्योंकि कई बार उन्हें रॉन्ग आइटम्स डिलीवर हो जाते हैं। लेकिन उस समय मार्केट में ऐसा और कोई ऑप्शन अवेलेबल ही नहीं था जो 45 मिनट में ग्रोसरी डिलीवर कर सके, इसीलिए कस्टमर्स अब भी किराना कार्ट का ही इस्तेमाल कर रहे थे। अब लोगों का कहना था कि अगर लॉकडाउन ओपन होगा तो शायद खराब यूजर एक्सपीरियंस की वजह से वो इसका इस्तेमाल दोबारा कभी ना करे। अब ये जानने के बाद इसके को-फाउंडर ने और भी ज्यादा डीपली जाकर कमियों को समझने की कोशिश की और लोगों को बेटर यूजर एक्सपीरियंस प्रोवाइड करने के लिए काफी कुछ बदलाव किए। बहुत सारे एक्सपेरिमेंट करने के बाद उन्होंने डार्क स्टोर मॉडल के साथ काम करना शुरू कर दिया। डार्क स्टोर बेसिकली एक तरह के माइक्रो वेयर हाउस होते हैं जो शहर के बीचों बीच बनाए जाते हैं। यहाँ पर बहुत सारे स्टोरेज सेल्स बने होते हैं जहाँ सामान स्टोर किया जाता है, और इस डार्क स्टोर में किसी भी तरह के कस्टमर्स की एंट्री नहीं होती है, बल्कि यहाँ सिर्फ एम्प्लॉयज को ही अंदर जाना अलाउ होता है। इन डार्क स्टोर के जरिए किराना कार्ट आसानी से लोगों तक उनकी जरूरत की चीजें पहुँचाने में कामयाब तो हुआ ही, साथ इससे दूसरा फायदा ये हुआ कि ग्रोसरी की डिलीवरी टाइम 45 मिनट से घटकर और भी कम हो गई। अब यही वजह थी कि किराना कार्ट पर विजिटर्स की संख्या बहुत ही तेजी से बढ़ने लगी और उनके नेगेटिव रिव्यूज पॉजिटिव फीडबैक्स में बदल गए। अब इस सक्सेस के बाद दोनों को फाउंडर्स ने अपने इस बिजनेस को और एक लेवल आगे ले जाने के लिए कंपनी को रीबिल्ड किया, जिसमें कंपनी का नाम बदल दिया गया और इस तरह शुरुआत हुई ज़ेप्टो की। करंटली ये सिर्फ इंडिया के 11 सिटीज में अपनी सर्विसेज दे रहे हैं, जिसमें दिल्ली, चेन्नई, गुड़गांव, बेंगलुरु, मुंबई और हैदराबाद जैसे बड़े शहर शामिल। अब आपको जानकर हैरानी होगी कि ज़ेप्टो को फिलहाल 10 मिलियन से भी ज्यादा लोग ग्रोसरी शॉपिंग के लिए इस्तेमाल करते हैं। लेकिन क्या आपको पता है कि ये कंपनी कौन से बिजनेस मॉडल पर काम करती है और कैसे इसने सिर्फ 10 मिनट में ग्रोसरी डिलीवरी को पॉसिबल कर दिखाया? आइए इसके बारे में जानते हैं। अब जैसे कि हम पहले ही बता चुके हैं कि ज़ेप्टो ने कई सारे डार्क स्टोर ओपन किए हुए, लेकिन इस डार्क स्टोर को भी बहुत ही ऑप्टिमाइज तरीके से ऑपरेट किया जाता है। जैसे डेटा एनालिटिक्स की मदद से ये देखा जाता है कि कौन कौन से प्रोडक्ट्स की डिमांड किन किन एरियाज में सबसे ज्यादा है और कौन से प्रोडक्ट्स की एवरेज या सबसे कम डिमांड है। इसे एनालाइज करने के बाद सबसे ज्यादा ऑर्डर किए जाने वाले प्रोडक्ट्स को सही जगह पर रखते हैं, जहां से एम्प्लॉयज जल्दी एक्सेस कर सके। जब भी ज़ेप्टो पर कोई ऑर्डर रिसीव होता है तो वो उस ऑर्डर की लोकेशन के अकॉर्डिंग जो भी उससे नियरेस्ट डार्क स्टोर होता है उस पर ट्रांसफर कर दिया जाता है। डार्क स्टोर में इस ऑर्डर डिटेल को देखने के बाद इसे सिर्फ 1 मिनट में पैक करके डिलीवरी के लिए भेज दिया जाता है। ये ग्रोसरी की पैकेजिंग इतनी फास्ट करते हैं कि इनका एवरेज पैकेजिंग टाइम ही 57 सेकंड का है, यानी 57 सेकंड्स। लेकिन ग्रोसरी को पैक करके डिलीवरी पर्सन को थमा देने तक ही इनका काम नहीं रहता, बल्कि ये उन्हें लोकेशन तक पहुंचने के लिए भी गाइड करते हैं और उन्हें बताते हैं कि कौन से रास्ते से वो जल्दी सामान को डिलीवर कर सकते हैं। इन्हीं सब स्ट्रेटेजीज की वजह से आज ज़ेप्टो ने 10 मिनट डिलीवरी को पॉसिबल करके दिखाया है, और आपको जानकर हैरानी होगी कि कभी कभी ये 7 मिनट में भी ग्रोसरी को डिलीवर कर देते हैं। और यही रीजन है कि ज़ेप्टो ने शुरुआत के 6 महीने के अंदर ही 490 करोड़ रुपए की फंडिंग जुटा ली। अगर हम कंपनी की वैल्यूएशन की बात करें तो वो 6,895 करोड़ रुपए से भी ज्यादा है, और आज इसके पास 86 डार्क स्टोर्स हैं, जिनके जरिए 2022 में चिप्स, आइसक्रीम्स और सॉफ्ट ड्रिंक्स जैसे आइटम्स पर मिनट 120 से भी ज्यादा डिलीवर कर रहे थे। ज़ेप्टो अपनी कमाल की स्ट्रेटेजीज की वजह से आज डुल्सो, स्विगी, जोमैटो, अमेज़न और फ्लिपकार्ट जैसे बड़े खिलाड़ियों के साथ compete कर रहा है। हालांकि अभी ये उनकी तरह इंडिया के हर लोकेशंस में अवेलेबल नहीं है, लेकिन इसके को-फाउंडर्स का प्लान है कि आने वाली कुछ सालों में वो 100 से भी ज्यादा पिन कोड्स पर इसकी सर्विस अवेलेबल करवा देंगे। अगर ऐसा हो जाता है तो कुछ गिने चुने एरियाज से निकलकर ज़ेप्टो ऑल ओवर इंडिया में भी अपने कॉम्पिटिटर्स को टक्कर देता हुआ नजर आएगा। साथ ही हम और आप जैसे छोटे शहर में रहने वाले यूजर्स भी 10 मिनट ग्रोसरी डिलीवरी का एक्सपीरियंस ले पाएंगे। वैसे आप में से कितने लोग हैं जो ज़ेप्टो की 10 मिनट डिलीवरी का एक्सपीरियंस ले चुके हैं? जरा अपना जवाब नीचे हमें कमेंट सेक्शन में बताइए और आपका एक्सपीरियंस भी शेयर कीजिए। बाकी हमारी आज की वीडियो फिलहाल इतना ही। वीडियो अच्छी लगी हो तो इसे लाइक करें, शेयर जरूर कीजिएगा, और अगर आप चैनल पर नए हैं तो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब भी जरूर कर लीजिएगा। मिलते हैं जल्दी ऐसी ही एक और इंटरेस्टिंग वीडियो में, तब तक के लिए गुड बाय।
Hope you liked the video. What is the innovation of ज़ेप्टो? Can any one of the participants can share with me? What is the innovation of ज़ेप्टो? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the innovation of ज़ेप्टो? Any student who is attending the seminar? As I told you, like Flipkart is delivering the products, Amazon is delivering the products, and many other apps are there which are delivering the products. But when they have analyzed, their delivery time is between 8 to 10 days. So what I told you about the startup is you need to identify the opportunities. You need to identify the possibilities. You need to study the market. You need to study the competitors. Then they take their disadvantage as your advantage. So one of the innovative innovation which is there by Zepto is 10 minutes delivery. So fastest delivery, and delivery within 10 minutes. You need not wait for hours together or days together. If I order anything on Amazon or Flipkart or any other gadget, it will take minimum of 1 day to the maximum of 10 days. But Zepto is going to deliver you within 10 minutes. That is, initially it was 45 minutes. Now it is 10 minutes. We have seen the business valuation, and they have been spread in only metropolitan and cosmopolitan cities. Now it is going to start their journey because of their success rate. It is going to start their journey in other cities of India. And it is these two guys who have completed their MBA in a foreign country, who was from Dubai. They have come to Mumbai, and they have started this organization. They are providing employment opportunity to many youngsters in India. That is the beauty of the entrepreneurs. So I'm going to continue. So I told you that India, one of the important strategy for becoming a successful in your entrepreneurship is how do you market yourself? How do you increase your sales? India has becoming digital nowadays. That means India jumps 30 places in ease of doing the business. It is spending, Indian government is spending on digital India for the 5 years. It is up to 1.13 trillion amount is being spent. Indians on an average spending a 34% of their time on search, social and messaging. Right from the morning, once you wake up, you are just looking at your mobile to search what are the messages that you have come. That the first app that you are going to open is your WhatsApp app in order to check what type of messages you got. 70% of the millennials like to work remotely, and they are available on mobile 24/7. E-commerce in India has grown to 3 times year-on-year basis, and 80% of India's web traffic is from the mobile devices. So India is becoming mobile, but our sales approach still remains the same. Nowadays, you are getting the calls from banking or real estate company or insurance company or the mutual fund company. Madam, are you interested? Immediately, the moment, first of all, we are marking them as a spam. We are not answering those calls. Even if we answer, we immediately will say we are not interested or we are cutting. The reason is they are traditional marketing strategies. So as a business entrepreneur or a startup entrepreneur, you need to change your sales approach, for which you need to undertake various kind of strategies where the population is there or available on the social media. You also go to the social media in order to market your products. If you take the social media platform, which gender uses the most social media? If you can take whether it is a Facebook or YouTube or Instagram, the dark blue colored line signifies the woman, and light blue colored signifies the male. Except the Twitter, most of the women are using various kind of social media platforms rather than male. This is the way how the social media users are increasing from year to year. In 2015, it was 2 billion users. In total 2023, approximately 5 billion users are there using the social networking platforms year to year. If you see, 72% of the people are using YouTube, and 42% of people are using Twitter, and 63% of the people are using Instagram, and Snapchat. 30% of the people are using. Almost all the youngsters are in Snapchat. TikTok 35%, even though it is banned in India. And Facebook, 74% of the people are using Facebook. So this is where the customers are available. So you need to design your marketing strategies in such a way, move from the traditional marketing strategies to the modern marketing strategies in order to reach this kind of public. For which one of the important thing is content marketing. That means release your content in the form of articles, videos, podcasts, and other kind of media. For example, now I have shown you Zepto ad or other kind of videos I have shown you. So that is a content marketing. A content was designed in an innovative way and is being presented at the end of every video. They are asking if you like, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. We want to know your feedback. That is called content marketing. In the same way, social media marketing is also one of the innovative platform. Under social media marketing, you can able to see there is a search engine optimization. That means people love to look at search for you in Google or Microsoft Bing and all. What are the products you sell? What are the services that you offer? What is the other information? Most of the important innovative search engine is Google. It is having 95.5% of the share in the market. Apart from the Google, the second platform is Bing, but Yahoo, Baidu, DuckDuckGo, these are the very less usage search engine markets. Then email marketing is one of the important marketing strategy that you can able to adapt, and followed by newsletters to the public that you can able to share with your information. Influencer marketing, you can collaborate with the influencer. Who are the influencers? Social media influencers. They can be film celebrities, they can be serial celebrities or singers, choreographers, any other kind of youngsters. You can able to tie up with them, and you can able to market your products with the help of the celebrities. These are the most followed Indians on the Instagram. You can able to collaborate with them in order to market your products. For example, you see she's marketing with Shadiwala Glow Every Day, and he's marketing for the protein milkshake and all. So in the same way, you have earned media and public relations. Landing page, that means wherever you click, it is going to land you, and it is going to give you some information. It will lead you towards that particular website. Advertising, you can use various kind of innovative advertising platforms. Then if you see the people who are spending their ads, 41% of the people are still spending their advertising on television platform, followed by digital, print media 25%, then radio 2.5%, and theater ads 0.5%. People are spending on different kinds of ads. In the same way, affiliate marketing. If you want to market your products, let your marketing be with an affiliate. That means you can able to sell your product through Amazon, or you can sell your product to Flipkart. So this is one of the strategy for the affiliate marketing. Retargeting. What do you mean by retargeting? For example, you want to buy a product. You started filling all the information. You like the product. You want to until the pay. Then you stop making the payment because of some or the other reasons. What happens? They again come back to you. You didn't fill the cart. You didn't buy the cart. Like that, they can't go on giving you the prompting messages. That is called e-marketing. Then artificial intelligence marketing. That means using now I told you, Jepto, on what basis they are selling the products. They are going to analyze the population. They are going to do the market survey, collect the data, what type of population, what are their preferred products, what are their preferred services. Accordingly, they keep the articles ready. So that is called artificial intelligence marketing. For example, if you see Swiggy, if you have a Swiggy app, immediately you'll say, good morning, so and so. Are you feeling hungry? Are you feeling tired? Okay, you would like to take some sweets. Is the salary is credited? Try these dishes, try these sweets, try this cool drink. Like that, they keep on giving you certain alerting notifications. So these are the things that you need to increase under your social media marketing. In the same way, consultative marketing, where you are going to consult a sales representative about a specific product, or you can take his advice for purchasing a product. For example, insurance companies are there, finance companies are there, mutual fund companies are there. According to the needs of the customers or the client, they are going to sell the product. In the same way, car, when you want to buy a car, you are going to consult a particular automobile person, how a particular car is there, what is the mileage, what are the features and all, which car is suitable for you. Like that, you are going to have the consultative marketing. So solution marketing. What do you mean by solution selling? If you have a solution for a problem, okay, where the people are finding, for example, you can see there is a problem with the weight loss. Okay, so it is a solution selling. So how can the transformation may happen? So for example, IVF treatment, it is one of the solution selling platform. Rehabilitation centers, for especially for the people who are in stress or who are having drug addicts and all, they have rehabilitation centers. So these are all solution marketing strategies. What do you mean by challenger selling? If you know this Domino's pizza, 30 minutes, within 30 minutes, pizza will be delivered. If not, the pizza will be given to you at free of cost. This is called challenger selling. So like that, you need to undergo different kind of strategies for selling your product. Okay, because the customers are new, you need to undertake various kind of studies in order to motivate your product. So now I am coming to the important part of it called as business incubator. What do you mean by incubator? Incubator is different, business incubator is different. If you know incubator in the medical language or in the medical sense, when a newborn baby is there, born with underage, like within 7 months or within 8 months, when the baby was born, she or he will be kept under the most careful conditions until they turn up to the age of 8 or 9 or 9 plus in the months. So that is called incubation. In the same way, we also take the entrepreneurs as a newborn babies. They need a lot of hand-holding support. They need a lot of technical support. They need a lot of financial support. They need a lot of legal support. So business incubators are the organizations who are going to help the small organizations or startups or individuals to grow up their business. So they offer various kind of services like management training, office space training, and capital financing. So let us see. So how they are going to they are going to help the entrepreneurs is, if you have a business incubator, they are going to provide you space. That space is called co-working space. It can be labs, it can be a normal office space with a minimal or nominal rent. They are going to provide where you can able to start your startup company. That is the space. Then apart from that, they are going to give you access to angel investors. Yes, you have an idea, you have a prototype. Now you want to scale up your business. Whom I want to meet? Okay, only because you know only technical knowledge. You are in age of between the age of 21 to 25 years. You don't know whom you meet, how to meet them, how to contact them, whether they like your idea or don't like your idea. So these business incubators will give you access to meet various kind of angel investors or venture capitalists. They provide you mentoring support. They will guide you properly. They provide you. They give you technical assistance. They provide you intellectual property management. That means when you want to safeguard your idea with your patents, trademarks, and copyrights, they'll help you in that particular process. They provide you marketing expertise depending on the type of your product, which type of marketing is required. They provide you marketing support, finance or accounting support, how to maintain the accounts, how to maintain the finance, how to approach the banks and institutions, how to pay the loans, how to pay the interest, and all those services they are going to provide you. They provide you in networking, that networking with various kind of organizations, industries, industrialists, and other kind of organizations. They share the operational cost by like space sharing, electricity charges, internet charges, like that they are going to space, and inexpensive workplace they are going to provide you. Like that, the business incubators are going to provide various kind of support to the entrepreneurs. So there are the different type of business incubators. One is virtual business incubators. They work only on virtual platforms. Then you have startup studios. Then you have social incubators, which are working on social media platforms or social entrepreneurship business. You have seed accelerators. That means they fund only for the initial business. They have kitchen incubators, which are funding only for the restaurants or food industry. Corporate incubators, academic incubators are there, which will provide the funds only for the educational institutions, and medical incubators for the medical type of industries. Okay, so apart from the incubators, you have one more important person called accelerators. Who are these accelerators? They are the persons who are going to help you to scale up your business. As an incubator, as a startup person, you are successful in your journey. You have started. You have crossed the value of that stage. You have crossed the break-even point stage, and you now started making profits. Now you want to expand your business. For example, you have seen Jepto. They are located in 5 to 6 cities in India. Now they want to expand. The funding may not be sufficient. For that reason, they can able to meet business accelerators. What they are going to do, the accelerators, They provide business sourcing, business supporting, business upgrading, business cloning, and business exchanging. So what exactly the difference between incubators and accelerators are? In the case of incubators, you open-ended duration. You can be in the incubator for any period of time in your startup journey, whereas accelerators typically growth based. That means once your company has reached so and so point only, I'm going to support you. Beyond that, for example, if the company is going for the public issue, I'm going to stop my support. Like that, the accelerators will do. Incubators is typically fee-based, but accelerators will provide you support only for the fixed duration. Then incubators provide technical facilities, okay, whereas accelerators on physical space and rolling admissions. In the case of incubators, if you are successful, you will leave that incubation company, start up your own business, and find out your own location. Whereas in the case of accelerators, they are going to support you only for the seed funding. So this is the basic difference between incubator and accelerator. If you see the number of incubators worldwide, the incubators, the first generation incubators was started in 1959, and it started growing, and now in presently there are more than 9,000 plus incubators are there in across the world. If you take the incubators, number of incubators as far as different places of the world is concerned, North America, Silicon Valley is one of the hub for the incubators. North America is having more than 1,400 incubators. Latin America is having 400 plus incubators. Western Europe is having 900, Eastern Europe 300, whereas Asia, we are having only 1,000 incubators. That means as far as the incubators are also concerned, we are leading in the second position, like the startup companies. If you see the number of active incubators and accelerators in India, year by year basis, from 2014 to 2019, the number has been increasing in India. If you see the startup incubators in India, where exactly the incubators are available, South Zone is leading when compared to other zones in India. So in the case of South Zone, as I told you, that 46 incubators you can see in Tamil Nadu, 34 incubators in Karnataka, 27 in Telangana, 17 in Andhra Pradesh, and 16 incubators you can find in Kerala. Like that, East, West Zone, North Zone, East, Northeast, then Central Zone and East Zone incubators are available. So what are the top incubators in the world? You can see Combinator, it is in USA. Then second incubator, Techstars is in USA. Microsoft Accelerator is in USA. All the top 5 incubators are available only in USA. So what are the top incubators in Asia? If you see, Singapore, JFDI, then followed by China, Chin Accelerator, Startup Bootcamp, which is again in Singapore, Hacks in China, and 5th position is occupied by our Indian incubator, the Accelerator Academy, which is located in Bangalore. If you see the top 10 incubators in India, Amity Innovations Incubator, CE, IAM, they have started their own innovation incubator, Startup Village, Srijan Capital, Costa Labs, Sign, iCreate. These are the top 10 startup incubators in India. If you see Andhra Pradesh, I have researched about what are the incubation centers that are available in Andhra Pradesh. Yes, NASCAM, they have sponsored an AP Innovation Society, which is located in Vizag. Their area is IT. And we have Vijayawada Incubation Center, but it is located in Madhapur. The registered office is in Madhapur. It is a Science and Technology Park of India. It is sponsored by STPA, that is Science Technology Park of India. It is also rendering its services in IT sector. Then we have Vijayawada Vincity Incubation Service. It is also available in New Delhi. Kakinada Incubation Center, name is that, but it is registered office is in New Delhi. Tirupati Incubation Center, but their registered office is in New Delhi. NASCAM has also sponsored one of the Center for Excellence, which is there on Internet of Things and Artificial Intelligence. They have started their incubation center in Andhra University campus. It is in Vizag. So that is one of the important incubation center. In the same way, Bio Valley Incubation Center, it was there in Vizag. Tech Today IT Solutions, which is available in Uppal. It is their registered office in Andhra Pradesh, but operating in Hyderabad. KL University also have started an incubation center. ACICKL Startups Foundation. Then XLR8 Andhra Pradesh, they started their incubation in Vizag. Then Gramina Incubation Center is there in Anakapalli. It is dedicated towards women MSMEs. And Mohan Babu University, they have started VHub, Vishnu's Hub. Okay, they have started their incubation center in Tirupati. So these are the various kind of incubation centers in Andhra Pradesh. So if you see the journey or the flow chart about incubators, later in 1980, incubation centers, they used to manage only workshops. They would to create awareness centers, awareness programs in the to the people. Then they have been classified them as an incubation center, where it's a merge of business center and science parks. Then they created multiple purpose incubator centers. Then they become specialized incubator centers like technology. If you talk about the incubation, most of the incubators are TBI, that is technology business incubators, and incubators without walls. If you just visit T Hub in Hyderabad, you can find a lot of co-working spaces which are available. Every bench or every table is one of the startup incubator. Then specific sector incubators like biomedical, agricultural incubators are available like that. In late 1990s, we have new economy incubators and virtual incubators are available. So this is the history of incubators. In the same way, if you see what is our ranking, how the number of incubators are increasing. Incubators are increasing from the past 7 years, or with a speed of 7 times, increasing the number of incubators, and investors are increasing at the rate of 9 times, and 15 times there is an increase in the total funding of startups. Like that, it is moving in a very fast space. Then if you see the growth story of Indian startup ecosystem, there are 1,17,000 plus Department of Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade recognized startups are available in our country. Then 6 lakhs users of Startup India Hub, 670 districts are there in India with startups. We have 112 unicorns in India. So we have 31 states with startup policies, and more than 1 million jobs were created by the startups. This is our startup success story. If you see the investments in India, they are growing at the rate of 3.8 times faster than China. And 50% of our funding is done by the venture capitalists, and 44 unicorns were minted in India, exceeding China's 42 unicorns in the year. This is how we are succeeding and growing at a faster pace as far as startups or incubators are concerned. If you see the number of startups, it is increasing year by year, from year by year to more than 35,000 recognized startups. So if you see the national report, as far as 2023 is concerned, we have 32,143 women-led startups are there in India. Women also is leading in the terms of startup enterprises. So our government, as far as Startup India policy, every year they are doing the startup ranking. In 22, according to 2022, they have categorized the organizations and states best performers. As far as the best performers are concerned, Gujarat, Karnataka, Kerala, and Tamil Nadu are the best performers. As far as the top performers and the startups are concerned, we have Maharashtra, Odisha, Punjab, Rajasthan, and Telangana in the top performer, that is in the second category. In the leaders, Andhra Pradesh, Assam, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, and Uttarakhand are in the leadership zone. So Andhra Pradesh has much more way to go to rise from the leaders to top performers to the best performers. It is possible only through the educational institutions. So now it is the responsibility of every educational institution to have an incubation center in their own organization. By tying up with first they need to approach the MSME office, so that they can they can have a recognized MSME organization, conduct various kind of awareness programs and webinars or seminars of this kind of thing, encourage the students for taking the startup journey. So how do you start an incubation center in your education institution? Access the market conditions and entrepreneurs requirement in and around your organization, or in and around your district or state. Then identify your team and service providers. Who are the service providers? Tie up with MSME, tie up with various kind of APIAC will be there. Andhra Pradesh Industrial Infrastructure Corporation, Development Corporation is there. Like that, start tying up with each and every financial institution, institutions with which provides support to the entrepreneurship and all. Arrange for the resources. So in your college or in your institution or in your university, you provide a space, you provide connectivity, you provide data center, services, furnishing, IT infrastructure and support, provide some rooms for the boardrooms, conference halls, coffee machines and restaurants, establish industry linkages with your industry, nearby industries, invite the industrialists so that organize various kind of camps, boot camps, hackathons, ideathons, kind of competitions, invite the industrialists, invite the academicians to your camps so that your students can able to explore, exhibit their talent to those kind of industrialists. They can be a part of your venture capitalist or your angel investors. Draw out the calendar of various kind of activities which your incubation center is going to do, attract, select and retain and manage the startups. So what is the other support which is provided by the government is every organization see that every education institution will be linked up with the Atal Incubation Center under Atal Innovation Mission, Niti Aayog. They can also get financial support with a grant in aid up to 10 crores for a maximum of 5 years and operational and also they get in infrastructural requirements are also there. So it is advised for every education institution to organize entrepreneurship development programs, conference, seminars, and invite entrepreneurs, industrialists, bankers, academicians, and also you also register your college with IIC Innovation Cell with the Ministry of Education Innovation Cell. Encourage your students to participate in Smart India Hackathon, where right from the school children or intermediate college children to the degree UG and PG and engineering college children, everyone can able to participate in Smart India Hackathon. And we have MSME office in 26 districts of AP are there. Tie up with those MSME office for your funding and other kind of legal and financial and registration support. So I would like to conclude my webinar with saying by Dhirubhai Ambani, the success of the entrepreneur will be the key to the India's transformation in the new millennium. With this, I would like to thank the organizers, the participants, and everyone for giving me this opportunity. Now I am open for any doubts or any suggestions.
The participants are requested to ask any doubts if you have.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
We are very happy to have you in this webinar. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Dear participants, as we draw near to the conclusion of today's webinar on entrepreneurship development, role of incubators and creating a support system for startups, I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to each and every one of you for your active participation and engagement throughout the session. The insight shared by our esteemed speaker, Dr. P.A.L.N.S. Kalyani, we have undoubtedly enriched our understanding of each critical role that incubators play in nurturing and supporting startups within academic institutions. I trust that the knowledge gained today will serve as a valuable resource as we continue to foster an environment of innovation and entrepreneurship within our college. I would also like to express my heartfelt thanks to our principal, Dr. Kalyani, for her unwavering support and guidance in organizing this program. Her leadership has been instrumental in making today's webinar possible. Additionally, I extend my gratitude to the technical support by the JKC mentor, J.N. Suresh Kumar, for his invaluable assistance in ensuring the smooth conduct of this webinar. This expertise and the dedication behind the scenes have contributed significantly to the success of today's event. I extend my heartfelt thanks to Dr. P.A.L.N.S. Kalyani for her invaluable contribution as a speaker. Your expertise and insights have been truly enlightening, and we are grateful for the time and effort you have invested in sharing your knowledge with us. As we bring this webinar to a close, let us carry forward the spirit of entrepreneurship and innovation that has been cultivated here today. Together, let us continue to strive towards creating a supportive ecosystem where aspiring entrepreneurs can thrive and make a positive impact on the world. Thank you once again to everyone who has been part of this webinar. I wish all continued success in your entrepreneurial endeavors. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Ma'am, with your permission, we are closing, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.